it's going to give you long life. It's going to add peace to your life. These are things you should want as a motivational incentive. Now, he's not saying these things because if you do them, he will just give you those things. He says observing them actually brings those things. Because as we've told you over and over again, it's my opinion that the Torah does three things for us. One, it blesses us. Two, it keeps us safe. And three, I believe it's a transformative vehicle that helps you become him. Okay, transforms you from what you are to what he is. You're going to have to bind them around your neck, write them on the tablet of your heart. By the way, why would you bind them on around your neck? What do you think of when you have something around your neck, bound around your neck? What was a big problem back in this time? Slavery. What did you do with a slave? You put something around their neck and you dragged them where you wanted them to go. You put something around their neck, you direct where they're looking and what they're doing, and you pull them and guide them. He says, I want you to take the Torah, let that be bound around your neck so it guides you and leads you so that you're bound to it. But just recognize that you're not to lean on your own understanding. By the way, if you feel inspired of Yah, you feel like the Ruach had led you without outside confirmation by some sort of leadership that's been put in place, anointed and appointed, you just very well might be leaning on your own understanding. Because even if you are led of the Ruach, you're now having to interpret and understand that through you. And you may have limited capacity to do that. So in order to have peace in a world not his, I told you we're starting to wrap this up, right? How do you have peace in a world not his? You need wisdom. And that wisdom is going to come through being willing to accept discipline and reproof and recognize that wisdom is in all that flows out of his mouth. Okay, the fear of Yahweh is the beginning of wisdom. It starts by having awe and respect for him. And if you don't understand what it means to fear Yahweh, there's a teaching on that you can go ahead and listen to. A path is between 2 points. Your starting point and where you're going. There's a path that will get you there. So it says all our paths are peace. It doesn't mean that all of our paths will have peace for you right now. Although you can have it. You know, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had peace being thrown in a fire. Daniel had peace being thrown in a lion's den. The whole nation of Israel was told to have peace in front of the sea, with the mountains, the sea, and the Egyptians surrounding them. But he said the path is leading to a place where there will be peace. All of her paths will lead you to peace. He says, for Yahweh is at your side, he shall guard your foot from being caught. But he's not going to guard your foot from being caught if you're not going to do the things he tells you. If I am walking you through a minefield and I tell you, okay, 2 steps forward, now go to the left 3 steps, now go. Now, if you don't do what I tell you to do, you're still going to likely step on a mine. So when he says, he shall guard your foot from being caught, it doesn't mean he literally is going to make it impossible for your foot to get caught. He's going to give you what you need so that your foot should not have to be caught. So Yeshua, the righteousness of Yahweh, and the teachers are connected with that. He's saying, I will give you teachers in the context of this branch. And that's where the whole process started with the apostles, and he trained them and then told them to go out and do the same thing. Go make disciples. He didn't say just go teach. He said, go find those willing, the whomsoever wills, and train them to do what you do. Make disciples of them. So for all of you that when you're in your situations, as this metaphor is to teach you, where it really looks that bad, just remember, Yeshua is there. He's not really asleep. He just seems like he's asleep and not paying attention. But he already told you in your life, remember I said this so many times, I want to say it again to encourage you. You can get there from where he called you. He said, we're going to the kingdom. It's like getting in the boat with you and saying, let's go to the other side of the lake. He said, we're going to the kingdom. And so they were waking him up. And see, a lot of times you read this, you might think they're waking him up to fix the problem. No, I think they're waking him up to help, figure out what to do next, to bail out or whatever they had to do, or help him. Maybe he'll help bail out the boat or whatever they had to do. I don't think they were waking him up thinking he was going to fix anything. Master, Master, we are perishing. We're dying. Just wanted to let you, thought you might want to know that while you're sleeping. Because they marvel. They did not expect him to do this. Hasn't he done a bunch of things already in your life that you didn't expect him to do? If you have an expectation, if you were raised with Messiah, you are to seek the above, and you are to be mindful to diminish any connection with the below. You're of the above, not of the below. You're in the below, but this is what verse 3 and 4 are essentially saying, is that you have been hidden in the above for manifesting when the above comes and manifests. That's where you're of. Being born of Messiah, raised with Messiah, you are now connected to being a part of the above. But you're still living in the below.